All right, let's get to our first pick. Washington Capitals at the New York Islanders. Game time 7 o'clock Eastern time. Not much on the line on this one. I mean, we know that the Islanders have made a terrific effort to make the postseason. They went through a lengthy losing streak during the middle of the season, right around Christmas, and then they started off on the road. A really bad scenario for New York, but ever since then, the Islanders have, they've been leaving receipts everywhere they've gone and said, look, we're going to be back next year, and we're knocking off some of the top teams in the league just to prove it to you, and just so you know that, we're not going to be in the postseason, but we'll see you again in October. Capitals are going to go to the postseason, but their playoff fate has not been decided yet. They still have the ability to catch the Pittsburgh Penguins in the Metro for third place, and that would mean the difference between facing the New York Rangers instead of the league's top team and the Florida Panthers. So still something to play for, at least in the standings-wise, for the Washington Capitals. Let's take a look at tonight's number. Washington minus $1.30, 6 under minus 20. We've seen some early money come in on the Islanders. That's pushed that money down from minus $1.35 to minus $1.30 where it's at right now. Take a look at the listed goaltender. Samsonov is listed against Sorokin or Varlamov. Make sure that you get up-to-date information about who is going to be the goaltender in that one. Depending on the source that you look towards, both of those goaltenders could go tonight. So that means watch Twitter, see who is the first one off, and then make your bets accordingly. We see some early money coming in, as we talked about, on the Islanders, with the thinking that they're probably the more motivated of the two teams. And that may be true, but I think still the Capitals still have plenty to prove. They got smoked by the Islanders the other night. 4-1 2 nights ago. They've lost 3 of 4. So I think if you're Peter Laviolette, that you have plenty of motivation going into this one. I would think so. We know that Alexander Ovechkin was not available for that game. He's still day-to-day. I think he's still going to play for the playoffs. Don't get all worked up, Capitals fans. He's still going to be there for the postseason. But the words that are coming out, and a lot of times they'll tell you where a team's at. The words coming out of the Washington Capitals locker room is, hey, we got something to prove. We got to get better as the postseason is coming. So I like that when I hear that coming from a team, not a team that's just kind of skating into the postseason. There was a complete difference, just to give you a contrast, complete difference in the way that the Washington Capitals were talking versus the way that the Vegas Golden Knights were talking going into last night's game against Chicago. And, of course, they dropped that in a shootout. There was a complete difference. The vibe was not good with Vegas. The vibe is good with Washington, and that's what I like to see. They'll be more focused, especially now that they're trying to return that favor to the New York Islanders after that loss 2 nights ago. So let's take a look at the official pick on this game. The Capitals 9-3 in their last 12 meetings in New York, and despite the loss on Tuesday, they're still 9-3 in their last 12 meetings. They won 5 of 6 against the Islanders. The Capitals are 42-15 as a road favorite dating back to last season. So tonight's official selection on this game, we're going to go with Washington Capitals minus $1.30. I'm not going to go against 42-15 on the road. They've been the best road team in the National Hockey League for quite some time, not just this season, for quite some time. So I'm going to go with the Capitals in a revenge spot against the New York Islanders.